Hey there and happy Wednesday night. So, my day got away from me because I was so inspired by the sunshine, I think, today. And so, I went down several rabbit holes. Do you guys have that where you have your rabbit holes? We had an insurance meeting this afternoon, or actually just before noon, and I came home this afternoon and then went through files and like cleaned up things, and it just kind of one thing led to the other, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, maybe I think I'll just wait till after supper. And my husband's out tonight, so I thought the house is nice and quiet. That'll be my my consolation, is just to have like everything done for the day and then come to you guys with my Facebook Live. So the inspiration I'm bringing you tonight is from Gone Fishing, the bundle of Gone Fishing. So this card was given to me by one of my team members as a team swap, and then I'm showing you an alternate version tonight. So that's where my inspiration is coming from. I always like to give credit when I can, and lately I've been inspired by so many different people, so there's always lots of credit to give. Every once in a while I come up with my own things, believe it or not. Hi there, Missy, good to have you on here. Let me get my camera turned around here for you so that we can see everything better. Get my light out of the way there. And here we have it. So like I said, a couple cards. So my team member, Pam Crinky, she sent this as part of like our team swap, and I absolutely loved it. I love kind of the double cut there with the basic borders dies that are retiring. And hi there, Donna. Good to see you. See, when I go on live later, then I feel like different people catch me, and that's good. What I'm going to make for you is this one. So just a little bit thinner edge there. Hi, Renee. So we've got that going. And Pam did the effort of doing this extra little flag tag in there with Misty Moonlight, and I really like that. But for classes, sometimes when I'm making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cuts or whatever, sometimes I go, how can I simplify this but still make it to how I like it? And so that was an easy thing to do, but I do like hers. It wasn't like I didn't like hers, right? So this is the Gone Fishing stamp set. Very nice. There's different types of fish, and then we've got some water, some different lures, and then the bobber that I'm going to use. Good things come to those who wait. So glad you're my dad to go with Happy Father's Day, Happy Retirement, congrats. I just love those because I just feel like there's not a lot of happy retirement sayings and different things, and the good things come to those who wait is just so fun to use on different occasions. It's like, I never knew we needed that, but it's been helpful to have that saying too. And then the dies match this so incredibly well too. So it's nice to have that. So these stamps and the dies are carrying over. When they carry over, it's not going to be at the 10% savings. So if it's something you're looking at and want to save 10% now, you can. But if you're trying to budget and play the game of, well, what do I want to get before it's gone versus, what's going to carry over, you can do that. The paper is fantastic. Love the paper and have bought several packs of it. And that is staying, that is, while the stamp set and dies are staying, the paper is retiring. And let me get this out for you too. I have my stack here of things that are retiring. Here we go. The embossing folder. So the embossing folder kind of goes with that suite. It's the twisted rope, and it kind of looks nautical there. And that is retiring and will not be available going forward. So just wanted to let you know that. All right, so let me get out some cardstock here. Another thing that we are losing this time around with the catalogs retiring is the thick, very vanilla. So we are noticing, once we as demonstrators see the catalog, we go, okay, now where is that in the new catalog? It's always the hunt to find things, and then you kind of stop looking and say to other demonstrators that have a catalog, hey, did you find this? Nobody's finding it. It's going to be gone. So the thick vanilla is going to be disappearing. The regular very vanilla will be staying around. So never fear, that's going to be sticking around. So the card base I'm using tonight then, obviously, is the thick, very vanilla. And then the first thing that I'm going to put on there is a piece of the Gone Fishing Designer Series paper. And this is cut 2 inches by 5 1/4. So just kind of a nice, like wavy, watery look. On the back side has kind of like one of those depth maps. If you are a lake person, you'll know what that is. And so that's the back side there. Kind of makes for a fun looking like scrapbook page. So I've got that going, and so I'm just going to place that here on the side of my card. So this particular card, like I said, this is Pam's. So between these two, they have showed up at maybe 3 different classes that I've done, one version or the other, and people really liked it. So it's kind of fun to have something that is a masculine card, although like I would be thrilled to get this as a birthday card. I went fishing with my grandpa all the time in the summer, and so I think my husband was pretty surprised when one of the outings we did with his family was to go fishing, and maybe his dad was even more surprised when I would like cast my lure out and just like put the hook on and know how to adjust the bobber. All that kind of stuff is kind of like, where is this girl from? Okay, so let me just show you a trick that I did. Maybe not as easy to show you because I've already cut them, because these are the leftovers for my classes. I just want to show you. So this basic Borders dies, this one is just kind of that V shape here. So what was happening the first time I tried to copy Pam's card, and anytime I run into a snag, I always try and think, how can I make it not be a snag and help you guys so you don't run into snags? So say I am cutting this piece of paper, forget that's there, just a straight piece of paper, and I cut this, and say it's like a little bit this way, over here this way, and say the next time I go to cut this one and it's the opposite way. Well, what I'm going to get is something that's going to kind of look like that. So I've got, you know, one angle going one way and one the other. So I thought, how can I get that to line up? Because I can't perfectly cut this through my embossing machine, you know, to get both of these layers cut 1/4 inch less perfectly straight like that. So what I did is I took and cut this one 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. This is Misty Moonlight. And then I cut the Designer Series paper. So these are both from the Let's Go Fishing Designer Series paper. This one and this one, both, all of these. So I cut this layer 5 inches by 3 1/4. So we've got 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 and 5 by 3 1/4. And so then what I did is just line them up just like so that they were lined up evenly right to the top. Of course, I can't do this now. Okay, there we go. And so then they were even just like that. And then I picked up and pretend my machines here, and I ran them through like this. And then when they ran through, then this was my trash here, and then I could just scoot it and then make something then that looked like this. I hope that made sense. So then, because I was cutting them at the same time, then I knew that they were going to have the exact same V shape there. So I wasn't going to have one a little bit more one way versus the other. And then separating them gave me my 1/4 inch attractive look. Like I call it the attractive look. I think every time I use the 1/4 inch step down, it's always what I call the attractive eye to the eye look. I don't know. It's not like I'm bragging like that looks attractive, but that's just how it catches your eye, put it that way. Okay, so we've got that. And then the other thing I was amazed by is by using a die, I didn't think that I would be able to capture the the dramaticness of the dots, if that's how you want to put it. But I did. So there's dots here and dots there, and both of them showed up very well. I'm going to see if I can get my light on there better so you can see the dots that I'm talking about on the dies. And just, you know, doing that, we're always taught, you know, only to put one sheet of cardstock or paper through the cut and emboss machine at the same time. But doing this, it really worked, you know, so it's something I wouldn't do every day to try and get, you know, that look. But for this, it really worked. Thanks, Deb. Yeah. And it's so fun that you said I enjoyed making this card, because I love hearing your comments while you're at classes, because when I hear it over and over throughout the day, it makes me go, I wonder if I have enough supplies to repeat this at another class so other people can enjoy it. And then to hear it just be well received again made me go, okay, if I squeeze out enough, I should be able to get one more class. So that's good to know. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just put adhesive on here and put those together, and I'll stop talking about that because that probably took longer than if I just would have made the card, right? But like I said, it's those little tips and tricks that I love to help people out with. So this, I'm just going to kind of make a messy mess of my adhesive, but then get that pleasing to the eye look of a 1/4 inch. I'm just kind of eyeing that there, and then just lining this up against that blue designer series paper. It's kind of fun because it looks like it's going to be a fun fold card, but it's not. So it kind of has that look of it, but it just opens normally like so. Now for the sentiment here, let me get my pieces. I took the Nested Essentials dies and ran some of those through. So the Nested Essentials dies kind of has some like rounded rectangular pieces and some nice banners. So I took a couple of the different sizes of banners, cut that out, Misty Moonlight, very vanilla. And I'm just going to open up my, Memento Black here. Couldn't think of it. I was kind of like one step ahead, but still behind and trying to think of the name. And the happy birthday to you. I decided to make this a happy birthday card. For these types of events, sometimes a lot of people don't have, fathers for a Father's Day card or something, and a young gentleman came through and he's like, do you have anything for Father's Day? So I did get out Father's Day later, and that worked out really well. He put just for you on the outside here that I had from a different stamp set, so the just for you was there, and then in the inside then he used the sentiment from here, the Happy Father's Day. So that worked out well because this one wasn't going to fit very well on here, but I did bring that after he made that card. I thought, oh, that's good because maybe somebody wants to make one, even if they're elderly, don't have their fathers. Some like to make them for their sons. So I left those greetings as an option for other classes, and somebody put this and it fit on here, and then they just kind of scrapped that top layer and only used the next layer, and that looked really nice too. So kind of just some options. So I'm going to just put some adhesive here on the happy birthday to you, and this comes from Zany Zoo. I think I forgot to mention that because I switched the sentiment kind of from what comes with the stamp set. So that comes from Zany Zoo, and I'm just going to grab some dimensionals here and put that on. Got some dimensionals. I've got dimensionals kind of like these almost used up sheets everywhere from all my classes. You should see what my craft room looks like after kind of having 4 classes in 2 weeks and a 3-day retreat. Kind of pieces everywhere, right? Okay, hopefully you can kind of imagine or understand, and maybe that happens even when you don't leave your craft room. Please say that happens. Hi there, Jill from St. Paul. All right, so I've got that popped up, and now this I'm just going to kind of put like so here. Okay, so we've got that on there like so. And then I'm just going to grab a strip here of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to ink up that fun bobber. I love how realistic this bobber looks. It's just so fun to work with because it is so realistic. And now on Pam's, when she sent this to me, I thought, man, that looks really red, doesn't it? Look like a red color of some sort that we should have. But the designer series paper says Calypso Coral. I stamped out a red because I was so sure it had to be red. Oh my goodness, it looked way too bright and way too red. So I went with what I should be doing, following directions. At first you don't succeed, then follow the directions. So I got out my Calypso Coral and then just took this little like half bobber and put that down. And then it is the perfect shade of bobber. Even if it's not lined up perfect, it's really good that way. All right, so then I'm just gonna take and bring over my cut and emboss machine here and put my bobber die on there like so. And got that. I'm just going to give that a cut through. See, all the pieces I cut ahead except for the bobber, just because it's easiest. I always say stamp first, then cut. Every once in a while we break those rules, but for the most part, that's easiest to do. Is that way you make sure that you're cutting out exactly what you want there. Now, before I attach this to the card, I had people, this is retired, but one of those 1/16 punch holes or hole punches, and just give it kind of like a little bit of a punch and a punch to make a nice hole there through that. Yeah, teeny tiny hole maker, something that it has come in handy so many times. And next, actually, let me take this because I really want to use this up. Okay, this is our linen thread here. And I'm just going to take and put that through here. And let's see how I do doing this live, right? Okay, let's see if I can thread that. Kind of wanted to back up, but we're going to see, I think, there we go. Got it through. Some of it wanted to kind of back up, but I was hoping I could grab that. So that's going to go right through. And then what I did for my knot is I just kind of gave this, like 2 to 3 inches here of length to put that through. Hi there, Jody. And Jody's like, I really like this card too. And so she was at a different class. So yeah, everybody got to make these at different not everybody, almost everybody got to make these at different locations. So it's kind of fun going, oh, somebody might go, I don't recognize that name. She wasn't at the class I was at, but she still got to make the card. I love it. Okay, so I just kind of did that kind of knot. Hopefully you follow that through, and then it kind of still makes this look a little fuller by leaving that. And then I like to just, what I do with my scissor here, trim that up just to shape it up a little bit there. Tonight it's time to vacuum. I love cleaning when my husband's gone. Do you guys like to do that at all? So after my video, I'm going to vacuum. It's going to catch all these little paper crumbs and all those little ribbon things, and I'm excited to do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take one little dimensional there. Hi there, Tammy. Oh, you're watching from New York. Wow, got people from all over tonight, you guys. Fun. Okay, so I put this towards the bottom because it's just going to kind of sit here on the bottom there so that it's kind of nestled, but still kind of popped up. And I kind of like how it makes this kind of pop up a little bit too, but not be too bulky with this already kind of popped up like so. And then we've got that kind of being loose. If you don't like that loose, you could always take a glue dot and just kind of wind that underneath the knot, or cut it in half, or kind of pinch it with your fingers so that it sticks up there too, which kind of would be a nice look to have it just like that so this still looks full. So that would be an option as well. Now for my embellishment, these are retiring. The rustic metallic adhesive back dots. Kind of sad about that. This was kind of my go-to anytime I needed something metallic, kind of masculine looking. So it was really nice to be able to use these. They come in 2 different sizes. So I'm just going to put a larger right here in the corner and then come back with a smaller one on each side of that to kind of frame that corner like so. We've got that. And oh, I forgot to do it. Or Pam didn't on the green. I thought that was mine. Oh, here, this is what I was looking for. Yeah, there's the other ones that are retiring too. A lot of times for my classes, I like to offer some other, just embellishments just for options. So here's the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. These are retiring too. So that might be a nice option if you like a little bit bigger or different type of metal on there as well. So that works for that. And then for the inside, here we go, from that same Zany Zoo stamp set that's retiring, Something Great to Celebrate -U. So I love this one too. It's been so great to pull this one out for all sorts of birthday celebrations because it kind of just fits everybody and everything when it comes to birthdays. So I'm going to put that near the top, and then to just follow through the inside from the outside, I'm going to stamp that bobber again, bring back my Calypso Coral here, and fill that in on the bottom there, like so. And then we've got that leading to that. So thanks, Tammy. Yeah. So for those of you that joined in on the end, I was inspired by a swap card that I received from my team member, Pam Krinky. And so I kind of went, okay, let's make some cards like this. Ran out of that designer series paper. Let's make some cards like that. So I love being able to show you a couple different options for those that still have that designer series paper or are thinking of getting it before it's gone. Thank you, Misty. So yeah, hopefully that will get you guys some inspiration for some things. Like I said, I have ideas galore, and every day that I make up these cards, I'm sending them out as thank you packets for those that have been ordering. So it's been fun to get emails. Hey, my cards arrived. It's so nice to have this card for the pattern, and I have it for the measurements. I have it for the idea, so I don't have to try and think, where do I look back on Facebook? So it's been great to send these out. So as fast as I can make them, I'm sending them out, and you guys keep ordering, and I appreciate that so much. Thanks, Jody. I kind of like vacuuming. It's that whole, like, I don't know, like closure on the day. I don't vacuum every day, just get that right. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, helps put me in a good mood. And why not finish the day that way? And like I said, get rid of all my paper crumbs, right? Okay, so I will not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping with my sister. So I'm excited about that. I haven't done that for a while, and we are looking forward to some girl time together. But I will be back Friday with some more inspiration for you and show you something else that's going to be retiring. So see you then. Have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.